So Amihere ache Simon Osei Mensah we Ashanti regional minister ewo any program so asupa ne yi pam na nyina na say one of the things that Simon Osei Mensah etrim and say John Mahama wanye bibia from Ashanti region but on records no in say nyoma John Mahama aye e dey Ashanti region no NPP enye bi emfama wo mo ye fa Kejetia market for example Simon Osei Mensah and the party intimi nye similar thing efama Ashanti region. In fact, phase 2 of this particular market MP fire margin so musino ebusia besim de omontimi nsim wiye. Central market kwa de ne bobu che say omonye ho hwe mpo. But Simon Osei Mensah anya akoma no akotena sewa mehe show so kasem. Sa Kejetia market na John Dramani Mahama esiye no a waste of time, waste of money, waste of investment. Just say, was it a beautiful box outside from inside? Nature say, Ujina wantia unse market no come upon a Ghana, but Uramua and I want to say John Dramani Mahama, I will stay a Ghana esika. We in summer Simon Osei Mensah kaye e will show no so. Actually, say one here. Abusia, say one here e put in the questions palm on one who say yes. A journalist and ebisa the question. Obisa the question, obisa the same. Who claim me say market na John Dramani Mahama any NDCC the ma Ashanti region no a waste of money, waste of time, waste of investment. Pointed ade baako a motimi aye e de ama Ashanti region motimi de mo say so mbo akasa ade we die MP4 ene ye ma aye afedi ode wada de na ma no akase ane phase 2 no ene central market no enye say covid edi no beji mu am nke ye we ensem Simon Osei Mensah e kan ye but say wa me here amfa nche no e wo show no so without waste my time na busia ye hwe video no embra we eno first number channel so bo homodi ne subscribe bo homodi ne share na fama obi no onye video ni bi enhwe asey malikbasintale TV so
Former President Mahama has equally been praised for the Kejetia markets, and they have accused your government of failing to complete the second phase of the project, which involves the central market, known as the Central Market Redevelopment Project, which appears abandoned. Where are we with that project?
Thank you very much. Number one, I'll give them credit for initiating, commencing the project. They did not complete the project.
The Kejetia markets?
Yes. If we are like them who do abandon projects, the project will have been abandoned. That project was completed in 2019. 2017, were they in power? 2018, were they in power? 2019, were they in power? If NDC had completed that particular project, I'm telling you, on the 6th of January 2017, they would have said, even on the 6th of January 2017, NDC will have shared those stores before 7 January 2017. When we came, it was around 52-55%. But we give them the credit for starting, for initiating it. But we completed that project. We are not like them. They came to me, so for line interchange. They abandoned that 8 years. They did not do anything. We were in traffic from Isiki up to Obuaka. It could take us 2 hours. Asokwa interchange, going to our own place. Even though former President Kufuor has sourced for funding from Agence Française Développement to dualize from Coca-Cola up to Dompasi Junction, 8 years they did not access the money. We were just fortunate that when the president made me the regional minister, when we were discussing that loan facility, I was a member of parliament for Posomchi, and then I was highly interested in that. Then I told Honorable Amwakwata that I remember this facility. Fortunately, when we went, it was there. We did the negotiation, and that is why we've dualized that road. They abandoned it. They came to meet affordable housing. Now say to the second estate. They abandoned it. We are criminals, reptiles, and others. We're occupying that place. Now we've completed. What did they do to Buankra?
So what is the state of the central market redevelopment
I'm coming
project?
to it. So we don't abandon this. The major problem at the central business district area is the creation of the so-called Kejetia Dubai. That has given us these problems. It was ill thought. They didn't go deeply into it. They did not build it to solve problems of the region or Kumasi. Look, I'm sure, even though you are young, I'm sure you are aware that Kejetia was a lorry terminal to serve central market. It wasn't a shop, it wasn't a market. So if you are converting a lorry terminal to market, what do? You need an alternative terminal. Where is the alternative terminal? Where is it? And the records I met, there were as many as over 1,000 commercial vehicles parking at Kejetia then. You build this one, the number of commercial vehicles maximum that can park there is 108. So from 2015, assuming there's no increase in commercial vehicles in Kumasi, you've thrown 900 vehicles out there. Where do they park? Look, VIP, intelligence that they are, they know when you go to Asaf Market, they can have maximum 2 buses that can park. The one that is loading and the other that has come to offload people. So they have what we called holding bay. When you want to do such a project, you need what we call holding bay. So the holding bay, the one that will come and then the passengers will alight. After that, the driver will move the vehicle and go and park at the holding bay. The holding bay for VIP is at Abinchi. So you drop the passengers, you go and park at the holding bay until it's your turn. There's no holding bay. When I came, I was worrying myself, driving people from Adum, driving from, how do we call it? Konfuanochi, in front of Konfuanochi Teaching Hospital, Swami, runabout, and some other runabout. But when I read the document, then I said, why am I wasting my time? Because these people have to eat. No place was created for them. 2, you have over 8,000 shops. Assuming just 5%, I want to be very conservative, of the shop owners have vehicles. You are talking about 400 vehicles. Where do they park?
So
This one is trouble Dubai. Again,
so the project has stalled.
I'm coming.
because
No,
of
I'm
the-
coming. I'm explaining. I want to give you the genesis of everything so
Okay.
that listeners and viewers will have better appreciation of the issue.
Okay.
Next one, if you have a shop and people don't patronize, is it a shop? So we
People are not patronizing the shops
Yeah.
at Kejetia.
If you are not patronizing, is it a shop?
Are they not?
No, let me land. I'm asking a question. Is it a shop? Where be a shop? Will be in Tadi. Is it a shop? So we people, we shoppers, if we have vehicles, where do we park?
So people are not shopping
No,
there because they
where
don't
do
have
we
places
park?
to park.
Where do we park?
Is that what it is?
You create congestion. So the nuisance of congestion, vehicular congestion at the central business is the creation of that phase 1. So finally, 4. I want you to appreciate it so that you see sometimes the interview you can interrupt, I agree, but when I start flowing on particular issue, let me learn so that whoever is watching, whoever is listening will appreciate what I'm saying.
Flow.
2, the 4th one. We know that in Ghana now, hardly do we sell something like plantain, yams, vegetables, and those things in shops. We have only few malls that sell those things. We sell on what we call tabletop. And look at the big central market, and you create just 400 tabletops. That is why all pavements are choked with traders. These are the problems they created. And if you inherit a problem, you don't just fold your hands. You remember the president and His Royal Majesty, Otumfuo Osei II, they cut the sword for the commencement of phase 2 in 2020, but we could not start. Do you know why?
Why?
We needed to solve the problems created by phase 1.
And have you?
So we changed the design of phase 2. So the shops that were supposed to be on the ground floor, if we complete that project, the whole ground floor is going to be lorry terminal, car parks. 2, we also changed all the shops on the first floor to be traditional market, where you have tabletop, where you can sell your plantain, you can sell whatever, fish, whatever. And then in the evening, you can just wash it, because we are going to do it in such a way that it's washable. That is why it delayed. So we had to change the original design for phase 2. It's just unfortunate that we had this COVID. And with the onset of the COVID, we all know what happened. All projects ceased because people could not gather. And even here in Ashanti, we are among those people who had lockdown, where you could not even go out, you could not even go to work.
But now COVID is over. What is the plan for the phase 2?
I'm coming. You see, I have answers to everything. Maybe anyway, it's good that you ask the questions. Now, when we started after the COVID, then came this debt negotiation. And the government was negotiating with Paris Club. And the source of the funding for Kejetia phase 2 is from UK. UK is in bank. And UK is a member of the Paris Club. All members of the Paris Club, all those countries that we have loan agreement with, suspended disbursements. And 3 major projects in this region were affected. Kejetia phase 2, the airport, international airport, and Komfo-Anokye Maternity and Children's Block, which was started in the 70s by the late Kutu Echampong, which when we came with this structural integrity test, and we had to demolish the whole structure and rebuild the whole project again. So these 3 projects were affected. So for 8 months, when the negotiations were ongoing, those projects stalled. It was after the negotiation, they've come to agreement, then they made the first disbursement to the international airport for us to complete the international airport. After that, they said by their policy, they had to disburse to Komfo-Anokye. And after Komfo-Anokye came Kejetia phase 2. That is why the project delayed. But now contractor is on site. There's no way we can finish this year. That project will be completed next year.
Would you say that the Kejetia market then is a bad investment?
I've said it. Maybe you didn't even listen to my vetting during the second time. You can call Nwabo Muntaka. They picked me on that I said the KJ project, phase 1, is like a very beautiful box from outside. Beautiful from outside. But when you open it, dirty. Problems. And that is how that project is. And I still insist. I still say it.
All right. Well, we have some less than 30 days to the elections. And speaking of projects, I'll come to roads very shortly, but I want us to talk about the elections. And don't worry, I will finish very soon. We have less than 30 days, like I said, and we know how important this region is to the fortunes of the NPP and even the impact that the region has on elections generally. There are those who have said that the Ashanti region this time will not give your party the number of votes that it has given the party in the past. I spoke with Chairman Wuntumi, who said that you are targeting about 85% of votes in this region. But political watchers have said that if you don't take care, you may not even get up to 70% of votes in the Ashanti region. How do you respond to that?
You know, I wish if you had been in the region some 6-8 months ago, these things were ongoing. When we started showing the projects, the complete change of mind. I'm telling you. Now, I think we said a lot about health. This government since 2017 has awarded 374 contracts. Out of that, we've completed 2,145 kilometers. NDC could not do even 400. They started this propaganda again that we are not, we are constructing interchanges in other areas. We are not constructing interchange in Ashanti region. Then I asked them, they should show me one flyover. If they're able to show me one flyover from 1993 that NDC has constructed in Ashanti, I'll resign. I won't resign. You met Sofola interchange. You didn't continue, heavy traffic, and you were saying we should leave that one and construct a new one to create unnecessary traffic in the whole city. We had to finish one. Yeah, so we had to complete that one. Now the place is free. You left Lake Road extension of Asquat Exchange, and there was traffic, and you wanted them to leave that traffic.
You haven't answered my question.
We work it. Yeah, I'm answering. So the roads we've constructed, they see them. We've undertaken more than 1,000 educational projects. If you want, let's follow me to mention. I'm going to show. That's what I'm telling you. I'm getting late. I'm going to brief them on the development. Come and watch and record and go and show. I want you to come and have a look and go and show. Look, when we finish, I'll open this side and look at the structures we built for public servants.
So will the Ashanti people vote for you?
I'm telling you, they are going to vote and vote massively for us.
What's
NDC should tell us what they've done here.
What's your target?
My target is between 77 and 80%, even though that of the party is 80, 85.
I see. The NDC says they are targeting about 30% of the votes here.
You see, it's funny. It's funny. I said this when we were going for the presidential primaries of the New Patriotic Party. That since 1993 or 92, all elections, NDC did take the fight to us in our strongholds. And we left their strongholds for them. But electing His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, we will take the fight to them in their strongholds. Now the so-called strongholds are weakened.
Are they?
You see, in the elections. You come and tell me. And I'm telling you, His Excellency the Vice President will be the first presidential candidate, apart from the late former President Jerry John Rawlings, who will go for presidential elections and win for the first time, and he's going to get the largest margin of victory.
You're sure?
Very sure. Very, very sure. What hasn't he done? They should come here. When he come, they talk about Kejetia Dubai. The problem Dubai. And they did not even complete. Then they talk about Aswansi market. Then they talk about Atusu market. Then they will mention Utafu market. The only market they completed, they started and completed is Aswansi market. A Buaka market, even now, is not fully complete. Atosu market wasn't complete. I had to go there to solve some problems. Okay. Tafu market wasn't complete. And then we have completed 37 market projects. 37 completed. So what I'm saying is, NDC has nothing good for Ashanti region.
Okay, you say that, you talk about all these projects, Minister, but the flag bearer of the NDC says this election is about the economy and not all these things and these projects that you're talking about. Do you think that on the economy you have performed good enough? The complaints are many. I'm sure that you have heard some.
I know. Yes, we performed under the circumstances of COVID. Listen, I've heard the former president has given 5 questions to His Excellency the Vice President to answer. One of them that is most interesting, that he stopped talking about the economy and now talking about digitalization. So he didn't learn anything in the 8-year period. He doesn't know the correlation between digitalization or digitization and the economy. Through digital systems, you create growth in the economy. Through digital systems, you create jobs. He should go and read. It's estimated that if emerging economies can double the rate at which they are doing digitalization, the next 10 years, global nominal GDP will grow by 4.4 trillion. He doesn't know this. He talk about he left debt of 120 billion, and we've taken it to 767 billion. He inherited 9 billion. 9 billion up to 120, percentage increases over 1,250%. Go and calculate it from here. From 120 to 767 billion, the percentage increase is just about less than 600, 500 and something percent. Half of what he did. We've done better than that, even the circumstance. That time there was no global pandemic. There was no global pandemic. 2, he is quoting exchange rate. I'll use his own exchange rate and bring the debt to a common denominator. That's dollar. He's saying $1 was 4 cedis during his time. And he's saying the debt level was what? 120. Divide 120 by 4. That gives you 30 billion US dollars. You take something from 9 to 30 billion US dollars. What's the difference? It's not 21 billion. Go and divide, and he's saying now the rate is 17. Go and divide 767 by the 17. You get about 45 billion. Which means that he increased by 21 billion, and this government has increased just about 15 billion. You see, he doesn't appreciate the things he's talking about. And he's saying now the exchange rate is 16.17. Let me put it 17.
He's not the one saying it. That's
no,
the
I'm
fact.
coming. Yes, but he picked it from 1 to 4. It's not 4 times. So if you pick it from, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
And then
I'm coming.
Now 16 to 17.
I'm coming.
Cities.
He picked it from 1, and it went to 4. It's not 4 times. It's not 4 times. That time there was no crisis.
And you picked.
There was no global crisis. We picked it from 4. It's 17. Multiply 4 by 4. It's not 16.
You picked what? Somebody picked it from 1 to 4. He's performed poorly. You picked it from 4 to 17, and you have done better.
I'm not saying we've done better. It's relatively the same. You talk about percentage increase. That's what we are talking about. From 1 to 4. It's not 4 times.
And
What is 4 times? What is 4 times 4? It's not 16. So what is he talking about? When there was no crisis, he increased it 4 times. And you are saying when there's world crisis, global crisis, we increase it 4 times.
COVID ended. COVID is a while back, Mr. Minister. COVID has ended.
Look, let me tell you something. If you understand economics, when a problem occurs, it takes time before you recover